Hello everyone, this is Clarix, and today we're going to work with applying least common denominator to real-life fraction problems. And the word problem reads as follows. Throughout the day, Shakura tracked his consumption of a vegetable quinoa casserole. I don't think that's healthy, but it's okay. As part of his balanced diet. At lunch, he consumed this amount. So we're going to be underlining or putting a circle into the important information. So at lunch, he consumed 4 out of 15 of his total casserole prepare. Later, in the evening, so in the morning, he ate a portion. And in the evening, he ate an additional. So this is the key word. So the word additional stands for adding, plus. So we know that we're going to be adding fractions in this case. 1/6 of it as a nutritionist late night meal. Calculate the total portion of the casseroles Sakura consumed during the day. Express your answer in a simplified fraction. So in this case, we are going to be rewriting this problem as 4 over 15 plus 1 over 6. In order to find the lower common denominator, we can write it here. In this case, these two numbers have a number in common that we can use. Let's say both numbers are divisible by 3, right? So the only thing is that 6 is not divisible by 15, so we need to find a number that could be divisible by both. And in order to do so, I recommend you to multiply 15 times 6, and the lower common denominator is going to be a large number, but it's going to be the most secure way. When I use my calculator, that's going to give me 90. So the lower common denominator is 90. Usually math is tricky, so sometimes they tell you lower common denominator is usually a very large number. So don't get confused, but this is the way on how to get it. So now we're going to use this number, and we are going to divide it in each portion. And this is the way we're going to do it. So we're going to divide 90 by 15, and we know that that number is going to be 6, right? So we're going to write it here, and we're going to multiply by the number we have left here, which is a 4. So we're going to open parentheses for multiplication, and we're going to keep the 90 because 90 is our common denominator at the bottom. We put plus, and then now we do the same process. We're going to divide 90 by 6. It's going to give us 15, and we are going to put 15 here and multiply by the number we have left, which is 1 here. Okay, we are going to keep the 90 at the bottom because it's our lower common denominator. So the denominator stands for the number at the bottom. Numerator is the number at the top. Okay, so now that we have this quantity, the only way that we can combine these values is that if these two numbers are the same. That's the reason we try to find the lower common denominator. If these numbers are not the same, you cannot combine them. So now we're going to go into the combination process. So we multiply these two numbers, and we're going to have 24. Multiply these two numbers. We're going to put a plus sign that we had there. That's going to be 15. And we're going to put a 90 because now we can combine the whole fraction together. We're going to keep the 90 as one number, lower common denominator at the bottom. Now we can combine 24 and 15. That's going to be 39 over 90. So the trick here is to find a number that is, when it says simplify a fraction, what it's asking you is just to minimize this value by finding a common number that could be divisible by both. So let's say, for instance, we're going to grab the 39 because it's the lowest number. And we're going to think about numbers that are divisible by 39. So 39, let's see. When we divide 39, we can divide it by 3, by 13, by 39 itself. Okay. Let's see if 39 has another divisible. I'm using my calculator. So if it has fractions, you cannot use it. It has to be whole numbers. And if you don't know how to do this process, you can go number by number. 39 divided by 2, divided by 3, divided by 4, divided by 5, and so on. Divided by 7. Even though you already know the answer, just verify. 39 divided by 11, and so on. But I think these are the three numbers that is divisible by 39. 39 itself, right, divisible by 1 as well. And on the other hand, we have 90. So we need to see, out of these three numbers that are divisible by 39, which one is also divisible by 90. So I'm going to start with the largest value, which is 39. Let's say 90 divided by 39. That doesn't work. That gives me a fraction. So I'm going to put an X. I'm going to divide 90 by 13. That's another fraction, so that won't work either. And finally, I'm going to divide 90 by 3. That's going to give me 30. So that this number is divisible by 39 and is divisible by 90. So therefore, I can use the division of 3 in both sides, in the denominator and numerator, in order to get my final answer. So the answer is going to be, usually it's like approximately, you can use approximate sign in this case, and we're going to put 39 divided by 3, that's 13, over 90 divided by 3 is going to be 30, and that's your final answer. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.